You're undermining my position as a BBC Radio 2 announcer. This really is most degrading. I'm reasonably solvent, and very soon I'm to be promoted to chief announcer of the entire BBC. Good Lord, I'm a man of some considerable self-respect. What do you think my dear wife would say if she found out that I was being given money like some down and out?
Don't knock it. We haven't paid off the washing machine yet.
Oh, well, in that case, we present Jimmy's Cricket Team, starring Jimmy Cricket.
Silence in court. Now take the book in your right hand and repeat after me. I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I could if I wanted, but I'm not going to.
This is a court of law. I'll have you charged for contempt.
I don't care what you do. I'm in one of my moods.
Take the book in your right hand and repeat after me.
I'm not going to.
Why not?
I've got my funny set on.
Take the book in your right hand. Now, repeat after me. I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Shut your face. There's no doing any good with me when I'm like this.
Are you deliberately trying to be awkward?
Yes, thank you. I bet you're sorry you ever clapped eyes on me. I don't know what gets into me sometimes.
You're the one who's going to be sorry because I'm charging you with contempt of court.
You can't.
I most certainly can.
Can't.
I can and I will.
Can't.
Why can't I?
I'm the judge. Hello.
Hello, stupid man.
I like that bit, what you just did. I liked it because it was full of grown-ups, but their heads were full of jolly robins.
I'm glad you liked it, stupid man.
Would you mind if I did something stupid?
I'd be delighted.
Right. I'm going to climb inside this empty milk bottle.
It's impossible.
I'll sing that when I get inside the empty milk bottle.
You'll never squeeze into that empty milk bottle.
I'm climbing inside now. I'm stuck. I've got my legs in, but I'm stuck. Could you give me a push?
Very well.
Oh.
Hello.
I'm inside the milk bottle now.
You know, I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own 2 contact lenses. He's actually inside a milk bottle.
It don't half niff in here.
The milk must have been sour.
I'm going to do the song now.
Sing away, stupid man.
We present This Beautiful Britain.
Not yet. There's a man inside this empty milk bottle.
Oh, well, I'll come back later. A man inside an empty milk bottle. What was I thinking of to get myself mixed up with this lot?
I know what you were thinking of. You were thinking of this.
How very true.
Are you there? I'm sorry to be a nuisance, but it niffs something shocking in here, and I'm waiting to do my song.
Right. After 3.
I can't wait that long. It's only 10:30.
After the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's impossible. Ask the baby not to cry. It's just impossible. It is impossible, I know. I can't sing my song with this tongue. Could you help me out?
I can't. He's just arrived.
Who has?
Listen. My name is Marlowe, Philip Marlowe, Private Eye. My other eye's just popped out for a minute. I checked to see if my gun was loaded. It was. I'd had that canary for 3 years. It was hot. I took a shower. I must be losing weight. When I stepped out, I was still dry. I watched the two goldfish in the bowl on the table swimming round and wondered how they'd go on if they had a row and didn't want to see each other. The door opened. Doors have a habit of doing that. The only drawback is you never know who's going to come through it. She was young. She was beautiful. Tall, slim, elegant, full of grace, charm and dignity. Good breeding, sophistication, statuesque. She oozed class. Until she tripped over the cat and the whole thing fell apart. She lay there with her head in the fire bucket. I couldn't make out why she was slowly moving up and down in the air until I realized that her suspender was caught on the doorknob. She sat in the chair and told me she was badly shaken. It's an unusual name. She looked me straight in the eye. She didn't waste any time. She came straight out with it. Mr. Marlowe, how would you like to marry me? I didn't say a word. It's difficult to speak when your tongue's under the chair. She said that unless she was married by the time she was 23, her father would cut her out of his will and she wouldn't collect the 15 million bucks. I gave it to her slap bang between the eyes. I told her I'd lived a lot of years without any dame getting her claws into me. I was a natural loner and always would be because that's the way I like to run my life, and no dame was going to put the skids on that setup. She wouldn't let go. Mr. Marlowe, I'm 23 tomorrow. Marry me and I'll cut you in for 6 million. I laughed right in her face. My name is Marlowe, Philip Marlowe, Private Eye. Mrs. Marlowe won't be long. She's just gone to the bank. Hello?
Hospital requests. And don't you dare put that phone down till you've heard what I've got to say. I've got to speak to someone because I can't go on living like this. I just can't. It's not natural. I'm flesh and blood. I'm a feeling, warm person. I just can't carry on being like this.
Being like what?
A woman alone.
Here we go again.
A woman alone.
You know it tears me to pieces when you say that. What's happened?
The dating agency.
You've been back to that place again? Won't you ever learn?
I need somebody to listen to me woes. I need to unburden myself.
We present This Beautiful Britain.
Not yet. There's a woman here trying to unburden herself.
I'll be off then.
Is he married?
Well, I've no idea. Have you never been married?
Engaged. I got myself engaged to a contortionist.
A contortionist?
A contortionist from the circus. I could twist him round my finger.
What happened?
I broke it off.
Broke it off?
My finger. I was back where I started. I wish I knew what Elizabeth Taylor did with her old ones.
What happened when you went back to the dating agency?
I got fixed up. They told me to meet him under the clock in the shopping precinct at 7:30. I had my hair permed, bought myself a new frock out of the catalogue, and off I went.
Was he waiting for you?
Under the clock. Beautiful blonde hair, gorgeous blue eyes. I went up to him and gave him one of my smiles.
What did he say?
I couldn't believe what he said.
What did he say?
He said... And now I'm still a woman alone.
Ready when you are, Bill.
What?
This beautiful Britain.
This beautiful Britain? I'm eating crisps.
It's not my fault.
How can I do this beautiful Britain with a mouthful of crisps?
Play the music.
Once again, oh, this is ridiculous.
We're running out of time.
Oh, God. Oh, God, blimey. Once again, you are more than welcome to join me on a tour of this beautiful Britain. full of empty crisp packets. And this week we find ourselves in the delightful hamlet of Bedder Down. The most impressive feature of Bedder Down is the towering steeple of the Church of All Saints in Grevesy. The novelist Jane Austen spent some time here writing such masterpieces as Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, and Emmanuel Meets Postman Pat. Deliveries were late in the village that week. Bladder making was once the main industry here. Bladder Makers Hall was built in 1658, and in 1659 it blew up. In a delightful wood is a tiny cottage where Sir Edward Elgar first tried out his variations. He left the following morning on a frame walker. Cut out on the chalk hill above the village is the 150 feet long figure of a naked man. It is said that... Hello?
What time's the next bus?
I beg your pardon?
Where is this place and how do I get there?
Will you please go away?
Don't be rotten. How do I get there? There's nothing on the telly.
Look, this is for nature lovers.
What do you think I am? I love nature. I love it.
Now look here.
I want to look there, but I don't know where it is. I could get a taxi.
The bridge over the river is said to be of Roman origin, and
Never mind the bridge. I want to clock that naked figure.
when Queen Elizabeth I came here...
I'll bet she got an eyeful. I bet she had a Polaroid with her and all.
This is outrageous. Sir Walter Raleigh often said of this...
Walter Raleigh on your bike.
You stand no chance with her, Bill. Let's forget it.
I think you're right.
Have a crisp.
Have one of mine. I'm covered in them.
We present that part of the program which we set aside to try and help others. There are many people with worries in the world today. Many people with problems which they can't resolve themselves. We shall do our best to help those in need with other people's heartaches.
As a marriage guidance counsellor, it is my job to do all that I can to help married couples who find that their marriages are at a crossroads.
Get off, you bum!
I'm fully trained to help and advise such people with marriage difficulties, and I'm more than proud of the success I've had in saving marriages that are in danger of being torn asunder. Come in and be counselled. I'm so glad that you both decided to come and see me. You are?
Mr. and Mrs. Tilley.
Now I see.
But not for long. The sooner I can load this overstuffed old windbag, the better.
Now let's try and discuss your problem quietly and calmly.
You're wasting your time. I can't stand the sight of her. I cringe every time I look at her. Just look at that face. Just look at it. You could chop firewood with that face.
I think it would be a help if we brought everything out into the open.
You'll frighten the dog.
But surely there must be some common ground between you.
There is now.
What do you mean?
She sleeps in the shed in the allotment. As far as I'm concerned, this marriage is over.
Perhaps we should hear what Mrs. Tilley has to say. Do you feel the same way as your husband, Mrs. Tilley? Are you saying that you feel nothing for your husband? Under the circumstances, it pains me to say that there seems little that I can do to save your marriage.
Mummy, Daddy, please don't do this. Please don't wreck what you both had. I don't want this to happen. I love you both so terribly. For my sake, I'm begging you to give your marriage just one more try, please.
You're wasting your time, Albert.
I think we all are.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's harmony all the way, both on and off the stage, with the much-loved singing duo of Daphne and Cyril Billington. Daphne, Cyril, you can tell from the applause just how much your public loves you.
All rather moving, old fellow.
Darling, we like to think that the love which Cyril and I have shared together for so many glorious years has spread to our dear, dear audience.
My darling Daphne, she has such a lovely way with words. Is it any wonder that our partnership has flourished for so long?
Dear, dear Cyril.
Daphne, darling.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Daphne, but you appear to be in some pain.
It's nothing, darling.
Daphne belongs to the old school. Her public comes first, no matter what.
Dear Cyril.
She's been in absolute agony all week. She has been to the doctors, poor darling.
What did he diagnose?
Lager on the knee. And now we'd like to sing...
Hey, you!
Darling?
One more word out of you and I'll stop your meals on wheels.
I know I speak for all your admirers when I say congratulations on your new LP.
Oh, how very kind.
An excellent collection of well-loved favourites, which
Put the brake on for just 1 minute. This is that piggin' LP that you made without me.
Something tells me I might have said something wrong here.
You've made that LP, you've made that piggin' P and never told me about it. You slimy little maggot. What about me? Why didn't you tell me, you devious great dollop? And never a piggin' word to me.
Daphne, darling, I don't want to hear any more.
Then take the battery out of your deaf aid. Why didn't you tell me?
On your recent tour...
How would you like a clog in the gob? Don't you stick your nose in.
I was just...
Never a word to me about an LP, and I'll tell you something else. LP is just about right for you.
Meaning what?
Lousy prat. Never a rotten word to me.
That is not true. I did try to tell you, but it is rather difficult shouting through a bunghole.
You walked welly. I could have sung on that LP.
Sung what?
The one I always finish on when we do our stage act.
Darling, I keep telling you it's Ave Maria, not Tia Maria.
Getting sarky, are we? Right, I'll have 4 pence of that. I'll tell him about the other night when you were having a bath.
Now, I don't see what my personal hygiene has got to do with anything.
He was lying in the bath and he shouted me. He yelled at me back, "Scone, I can't get out." I went in. I wish you could have seen him lying in the bath. He looked like 1.5 pounds of prunes in salt. I was as sick as a pig. His rubber duck flew out of the window.
We've had lots of requests from your many fans asking if
Why don't you shove a hand grenade in your back pocket and blow your brains out? What did you sing on this LP? Go on, what did you sing?
If you must know, I sang a selection of my well-loved favourites, which I sang in pantomime when I appeared as Prince Charming.
Prince Charming? Prince Piggin Charming? Wearing them tights, you could see the wrinkles in your long johns. Cinderella said she'd sooner go to the ball with the pumpkin.
Now, Daphne, listen.
No, the pair of you listen to me. Do you know the party's over?
No.
It is now.
Hello. We had a stupid man and a stupid woman that time, didn't we?
I have the same problem every week, stupid man.
Do they always argue like that?
Only when they're together.
When are you going to read the letter from your mammy? I like her letters because they're stupid. It's the Jolly Robins what does it.
I'm glad you reminded me. I'll read it now.
I've never had a letter in my life from anybody.
Never had a letter?
That's because I haven't got anybody.
Hello?
I love him.
No. Right. Dear Jimmy, last week we had the worst storm in living memory. All electricity went off and we had to watch the television in the dark. You remember Mrs. Allison next door but 1? She's now next door but 3. A slate fell off a roof and just missed your father's shoulder by 6 inches. It hit him on the head. Your father had a narrow escape when a sudden gust of wind blew him straight into the pub. He was stranded for 12 hours and he was very worried because at one point it looked as though he might be rescued. I've never known gales like it. I was 3 hours trying to put the cat out. The spinster lady who lives opposite had her bedroom windows blown in and 6 sailors had to be treated for cuts. I rang up British Telecom and told them that all the phones were out of order. They rang back and said, thanks for telling them. We placed sandbags all around the doors, but it didn't do any good. The rent man climbed in through the kitchen window. Your Uncle John's false teeth blew out of his mouth and bit next door's dog. That's all for now. Love, Mammy. P.S. And there's more. Your father's Robin Reliant was smashed to pieces. He's sent off for claims form to the RSPCA. Bye for now.
Never, never in all my years as a professional in this business have I ever had to take part in such out-and-out drivel. That was childishly idiotic, and I quite honestly feel disgusted at myself at being part of it. Dross, utter dross. Dearie me.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Bill.
I don't want to talk to you. Get a new writer or I'm off this show for good.
I appreciate you do have a considerable reputation in our business, and that's why I think you're the only man who could play this next part.
Really?
I mean it.
No crisps?
Definitely no crisps. Bill, you're the only one with the experience this part calls for.
What sort of a part is it?
It's a romantic part.
I say. Well, yes, I think I might like to do that.
I know you won't regret it. Good man, Bill.
Oh, now you'll find out what experience is all about. My darling, are you quite sure about this? I mean, are you quite certain beyond the slightest shadow of a doubt that it is me that you want? It is me and me alone that you want, isn't it, my darling? He's done it again. I fell for it. I've been conned again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present the baffling, the astounding, amazing man of magic, Professor Mesmo.
Thank you. Could I have a volunteer from...
Hello.
Good evening. We've never met before, have we, Mr. Tommy Dribble of 36 Tarryasson Street, our milkman for the past 15 years?
That is correct. We have never met before. And by the way, you owe for 3 yogurts.
Please meet my charming assistant, Babette.
Hello, it is a great pleasure to meet you, mon ami.
That is correct. It is a great pleasure to meet me.
I want you to listen to me very carefully.
Get off your boat!
That is correct.
Babette, the saw.
Here is the saw.
I want you to examine the saw very carefully. Is it solid steel?
That is correct.
With razor-sharp teeth?
Solid steel with razor-sharp teeth. That is correct.
Are you quite happy to rely upon my amazing skill and to be sawn in half?
That is correct. I am quite happy to rely upon your amazing skill and to be sawn in half.
Thank you.
Get off your boat!
Sir, would you lie down inside the box?
That is correct. I am now lying down inside the box.
I will now close the lid. I am now going to saw you in half. Are you quite comfortable?
That is not correct. I am not comfortable.
Why is that, sir?
It is rather cramped as Babette is inside the box with me. Oh!
Babette, come out of that box at once.
On your back, sailor.
And could we have our first contestant who wants to take part in the yes-no interlude? Would you mind telling us just how old you are?
I'm very well, thank you.
Name?
Yes. 85.
Good. Now you should be familiar with the rules.
The more I score with the darts, the more money I win.
Wrong program. Now remember, you mustn't say yes or no. If you do, you'll hear this sound. You'll hear this sound.
What you looking at me for?
Let him hear the sound for when he says yes or no.
Oh, right. Bong.
You don't say bong, you hit the gong. Have you got that?
Yes.
You don't gong yourself.
Oh, we should make your mind up. You said I bang this gong for every yes or no, didn't you?
From the contestant. No, sir. Your name is?
Archie, no.
What are you doing?
He said no, so I banged the gong, didn't I?
His name's no. Which prize have you got your eye on tonight, Archie?
I wouldn't mind the 2 weeks in Florida.
What was that for?
He said Florida.
He didn't say Florida.
Oh, can he?
Yes. Give me strength. Your minute starts now, Archie. Archie, I believe that you are a retired clockmaker.
That is correct.
You did nod your head there, did you?
No.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, what have I done wrong this flaming time?
Well, why didn't you bang the gong?
You asked him if he nodded his rotten head, right?
Right.
Well, he said no, he didn't.
Well, that's when you should have banged the gong.
Oh, I don't know where I am here. Oh, I'm sorry, I ever left quick save.
My minute's up.
Now look what you've done. His minute's up and I didn't ask him one single question.
I ran this lousy gong right.
That's enough.
I'll have the key to box 257, Magnus.
Box 257?
Yes.
I got the stupid old Wally that time.
It doesn't count. His time's up.
Who's Magnus?
Oh, never mind about that. Could we have our next contestant, please? You better get it right this time.
Knickers.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And your name is?
Bert Gutrattle.
Your time starts now.
Right.
I just can't believe it. What was that for?
He wiggled his foot.
Wiggled his foot, wiggled his foot. Are you soft to the head?
No, but you will be by the time I've let you have it with this gong.
Oh no, get this mad woman off me. Get her off, get her off.
I'll get us all off. That was Jimmy's Cricket Team, starring Jimmy Cricket with Bill Pertwee, Peter Goodright and Noreen Kershaw. The script was written by Eddie Braben and the show was produced in Manchester by Mike Craig, who is now in Dundee.
And I hope you tune in at the same time next week.
I could if I wanted, but I'm not going to.